next part is we have to move to GitHub. So in GitHub, how we can set up the, how can we create that directory structures, and how to set up the workflow, everything we can see it now. See, before going to that, we have to, this is our local directory, right? In this local directory, it is nothing related to this GitHub repository. So what we have to do is we have to make the connection between this local directory and GitHub repository. And how can we do that means, I will tell you. First, we move to our local directory and we have to do the Git Init now. Git Init is nothing but it will make this particular directory align with the Git. Okay, so now we have created the Git. We just initialized the Git. So we are making this connection between this local directory to GitHub repository. And what we can do is we can create one more directory here in this GitHub. Okay, I'm creating a new repository for me, and the repository name is, I can take up this Snowflake CICD demo. This is the one second. This is the repository I have created. This all I will leave all this information as it is, default directories, default settings, and this is my GitHub repository. So I need to make the handshake between my local directory and GitHub repository. So what I can do is I can go here. So I need to connect this directory, this GitHub repository, what we have created now, and I need to set up, this is the origin for me. So I have to push all my codes into this directory. Based on this GitHub repository only, I will establish the workflow. On top of the workflow, all the things will deploy into the respective directories, respective schemas and databases. Okay, what I can do is I am taking this one. And this is the one, right? Taking up this one. So I have created one repository and I make this directory sync with this repository. Okay, so now we can see. So these are all the new things we have created here. See, these are all the new things we have created. Automatically, it will take up all the scripts and it is ready to push it into that repository. Okay, and the next step is, see, I am creating one branch for me. I'm creating one deployment branch. This is my local branch. What I can do is I'm creating one branch. So with this branch, this is employee dev main branch. So I'm creating this branch. And right now I'm in the, earlier it was pointed as main. This was a default branch, which Git will provide this. So for my development, I am creating my branch. And now this branch is, so now this branch is pointed. This entire folder structure under this branch. So what I can do is, for now, I don't have any other code here. So I need to push everything into my local repository. Local repository means into the Git repository. So how can I do that?
Can you type the Git status here, right? Why you are creating the main? Main is already there, right?
Main is already there. For that understanding purpose, I am creating a separate branch.
No, the branch name you are giving main only, right? Dev_main, right?
Where Wiki? Where?
Right here you have done the Git checkout -b emp dev main, right?
EMP dev main it is.
So this is a separate branch you are creating, right?
This is a separate branch I am creating. This is the default. Whenever we are making the Git init, automatically the main will be the default branch.
Okay,
So now
okay.
what I am
Got it.
creating, yeah, for our development, we are creating a separate branch for us. Okay, so I will show you. Okay, so now this branch got created. In this branch, I need to push everything into this Git repository. How can we do that? Is Git status is already there. Git status. So these are all the changes. Git. I am adding all the changes into this emp domain, and I am committing git commit. This is my initial code. So I am created it. Fine. Now I am pushing this code to GitHub. Git push origin. So employee domain. So now all these codes are here. I am pushing this all the codes into Git now. Okay, now all our local directory will that will be reflected here. See, if you see this, so this is my initial code. So main deploy. So this is what we have provided over there. So this is how we can create. We can initialize the Git repository. We already created the local folder and we have tested it. Once the testing is completed, and we are pushing all the code into Git repository. So this is how we can push the code to Git repository. Fine. This is the next step. So after that, what we can do is, so next thing is we did the deployment here, right? We have created the tables here, and we have created this kind of folders. So the same way we can do it in this Git repository also. For that, we have to create, since it is there, we are having only the code. So how to connect in the local with the help of a config.toml, with the help of this execution command, we have deployed the code into that Snowflake. Now, from the GitHub, how can we make the connection between this GitHub to Snowflake? That is the different story. We can check it now. We can do it now. So now the code is ready. So now next step, what we can do is, we have to, this is GitHub Actions. So the GitHub action is nothing but, so where we can create all kind of CICD workflows, and with the help of the execution of the workflow, inside that we will provide all kind of credentials. Based on the credentials, it will go to the corresponding schemas and database, and it will do the deployment. Okay, so that is the way it will work. We will see one by one now. Okay, these things are fine now. See, now this is the let's say we are having our username and password on our hand. So for that testing purpose, what we can do is, this is the main branch what we are having. So before that, I want to show it this to you. So this is our employee main branch. So this is the default branch. Now the main won't comes here, because main is the default directory which will Git will automatically provide. Now we have created our own directory. This is the default directory for us. So in this GitHub repository, what we can do is, we can create a new workflow for the deployment. So I am going to create a workflow for myself. Here, what I can do is, I am creating a workflow for me. Workflow demo dot. I have created this workflow for me, and what I can do is, so this is the way we have to create the workflow. This is the default syntax. This is the steps we have to follow. So what we can do is, whenever a push is happening in this branch, automatically all these jobs will get executed. Okay. So this is our main branch. Whenever I am after develop the code, if I commit and I push it into this emp dev main branch, automatically all this code will get executed. I will show you how this will work. Let me. So this is one thing. And for now, what I can do is, these are all the credentials we have used. These are all the default credentials. This is the account we have created, right? So just now I will show it to you, right? So I am keeping all my credentials visible. So username and password, everything it is visible. So what I can do is I'm just copying this. See, so before going to that, I would like to tell you something. See, there we have installed Snowflake CLI labs. The same way, once this employee dev main branch got impacted, automatically it will check out the code, from that our local Git from the Git repository. And next thing is it will internally in this GitHub root folder, it will install this Snowflake CLI labs. So the same thing, whatever things we did in that local, the same thing will happen in GitHub also. So it will check out the code from our Git repository and it will install the SnowCLI labs in the Git root. This is the root directory for GitHub. Once this is done, then what we can do is we already keyed in this the same step, whatever steps we have followed over there, the same things, main deploy, then the deploy folder, and I can see this. Okay, main deploy. I haven't created this. Yes, main deploy. Okay, so this is the credentials we have, and we are sourcing. This is the variables. During the runtime, automatically this will get the information from these credentials and it will replace it here. Then it will execute this code. What codes we have placed inside this main deploy SQL, it will get deployed. Okay, I will show you how it is. I'm copying it. I'm just pasting it here. So now this is my branch, and so I need to change this schema name here. What we have used here.
So this template we need to copy always, right?
Yes, this template is what I'm trying to show is this is the template. This is the format. This is the flow. Whether you are hard coding the credentials, whether you are using the credentials from the GitHub secrets, for all the things, this is the default structure you have to follow. Once this got impacted, because this is the normal push, right? Some projects may require some review also. So like that, post the merge only, this activities can happen. So like there are different scenarios, but this is the default one. Whenever some impact is happening, the impact may be push or some impact may be merge or some review is completed, the comments are fixed, like that. There are so many things comes for this. For now, I have keep this as push. Whenever I am putting the code into this Git repository, automatically I would like to execute all this information. So now this is impacted. I will show you how this will work. Okay, now what I am doing is I am replacing this credentials Snowflake database. Okay, so this is the default thing. So my account and Snowflake username, password, account admin, that role, values, everything is default one. I am just changing this Snowflake database and schema. Now everything is in place now. Okay, I'm just creating this workflow. This is called workflow. I am creating this workflow to demonstrate how to create a workflow with the direct credentials like this. We are having the direct credentials, right? So for now, I have created this workflow and I'm just committing it. Okay, so I am taking this one. Okay, so this is the workflow we have created. See, this workflow is running now. So where can we check this workflow is properly running it or not? Means we can go to here, GitHub Actions, and this is where we can see. This is what we have created. Let me disable this workflow. This is default workflow, and this is the workflow. It is succeeded now. Let me check. So how to monitor this? So this is the way we have to monitor it. First, setup and what is when we set up, and it will take all sort of GitHub related actions, and it will check out the code where this will automatically check out the code, and from this repository it will check out the code, and these are all the sub steps. These are all GitHub defined sub steps. and it will install this SnowCLI here. It will download it and it will install it. Whatever things we did it for that local, the same thing will happen here Git also. This is the SnowCLI version now. See, now the code got executed well, and this is the, see, it is implementing, it is saying, right, is don't use the password in this directly. So we can we have to avoid it. This is for demonstration purpose. We are keying this password visibly, but we can, next to this, we will use how to use the GitHub secrets to keep this password. Okay, so for now, so this is what happened. We have checked in the code and we have created a workflow, key in the password, I mean not key in the, we have provided the password. Automatically it will fetch the code from, if we execute this pipeline, automatically it fetch the code and it will deploy the code into this Snowflake directory, Snowflake database. We can go here. So this is we already created here. This is we already created. So for the testing purpose, what we can do is we can create another table here. So this is, let's say this is create table, right? So I am creating another department table like this. Department tables like this. Okay. So in this department table, what I can do is I am just, okay, this is the department table I am going to create. This is the new change, new development. This is the already code is in the repository. I am taking this code and I am doing the deployment again to test the workflow is fine or not. I am just saving it. So once this is completed, what we are doing is we have to make the entry in main deploy here. Main deploy data SQL. So based on this main dot SQL only, our code will get deployed. Based on this file, it will refer and it will fetch the code. Whatever entries are placed here, it will take the code from here and it will do the deployment. Okay, I'm just copying it and pasting it here. Okay, this is department table now. Main data and departments. This is the code I have created. So I have changed to code here. Sorry. So one is a new one and other one is already I have, it is not tracked yet. So what I can do is, at present right now I am in this Git employee dev employee main directory. So I already have, I have here without my local directory knowledge, I have created the one workflow here. So what I can do is I will take the fresh copy from the GitHub origin. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now this GitHub repository, I fetch this code here. So this is the workflow we have created. Now our local directory is synced with the Git. Earlier we sync this local directory into the Git. Now with the help of a Git pull, we are taking all the latest code from GitHub to local directory. Okay, now what I can do is, now I am checking whether what are the code is changed here. What are the development new changes implemented in this in my current local Git status. See, these are all things. Let me add all these into Git add, and I am Git commit, doing the commit to the local GitHub repository in this employee dev repository. Git commit hyphen department table. Okay, I have committed this also. Let me push this code to Git now. Okay. See, I'm just pushing it now. So because we have created this workflow based on the push only. Based on the push only we have created. So once it is pushed, automatically this workflow will get started. Okay, git push. That's all. Automatically our workflow will get started now. We can go here. And so this is the department table. This is not the deployment. We have added one entry here. This is the department table. We have committed the code into the department. We have committed the code into the Git. Let me go to this GitHub Actions now. And if you go to this place, now here the department table will automatically create here. If the deployment goes well, automatically our department table also got created now recently. See, now the workflow is working fine. We have created this workflow with the direct credentials, and we confirm this workflow is working fine. Now our next problem is, so in this workflow, what we have followed is we are keeping all our credentials open. It is very visible, right? So anybody can take these credentials and do the play in our life. So we can, to avoid this one, we need to go to this GitHub repositories, GitHub secret. So for each and every repository, we have this menu. In this we have to hide everything with the help of a GitHub secrets.
Hey, Gopi, can I ask one quick question?
Please, yeah.
When you added that new script for department, right? So is there a way in GitHub Action workflow where you can define, like, you want to only execute either new or updated scripts only and not the old ones?
For what you are saying is, we are having one department table is here. Suppose if this department table is already present, we have to avoid that one. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, or if you have, like, updated the old one, then I want to execute only those two scripts. Is there a way to do that in the?
Yes, we can do that. See, in this table, usually we will have thousands of tables in our tables subdirectory, right? We can create the tables. See, whatever things you are mentioned here, that things only take for the deployment. That is the reason we are doing the wrap here. Suppose if you remove this department table from here, it won't consider for the implementation. Got me?
No, but how I can do that dynamically though?
So you are saying how to create this main deploy.sql dynamically.
I mean, sort of, right? Because then I don't want to run that. What is the other table? Employees table .sql. I just want to run departments.sql in this case, right? So, but I don't want to do it manually.
Yes,
as
what
such.
you are saying is, see, whatever things we are doing it here, we have to do it in the automatically, right? Without manual intervention, we can do that. Yes, we can do that with the help of, not directly with this GitHub and as well as this VS Code. We can create some kind of a Python script here. We can do all this kind of all sort of these activities, and we can get this commit is there, right? This kind of a changes is there, right? So with the help of the changes means how to show that.
I have one question, right? You have done employee.sql and then department.sql, right?
Yeah.
So when you run first time, you have run with the employee.sql, right? A table is created, right? Now you added a script department.sql, right? Then table is created. So in that scenario, employee will recreate it again, right?
Yeah, it should recreate it again.
Then that's not correct, right?
1 second, let me check. Type action, this is the one we have created, and in this deploy, already employee table is created. It is recreating it again, and this department.
That's wrong, right? Suppose last week I have done the deployment for employee table, right?
Yes.
And today I want to do for the department, right? So
Yeah,
if it's recreate, then my every data will lost, right?
yes, of course. For that reason only we are creating a separate main underscore deploy file. Here we have to restrict your deployment. What are the codes need to deploy and what are the codes should not be go to the deployment. Suppose if we are having this department, right? Let me take this one. We can create another table. We will have some kind of a keep another deployment. Let's say I'm having a sales table here. Okay, let's sales table. And I'm having the sales here.
Okay.
We can take some for the dummy deployment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, this is the sales table I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I create the sales.sql now. Create a replace table. This sales table is done now. See what I can do is I can go to here and I'm giving this sales only here.
See, in the repository, right, we should know that, right, when this table got moved, right? Right.
Repository won't know that, right? We have to tell the repository which one I need to deploy and which one I have to avoid that one. So based on the thing, the repository, see that in the SnowCLI, this is the way of deployment. Suppose if you use the schema change, there you can mention that versions, which that is a different story.
Okay,
See,
okay, got it.
SnowCLI, and if you go for this schema change, there you can whatever things you want, you can create the versions, and it will take the latest version, and it will do the deployment. Schema change is different, and this is for SnowCLI. SnowCLI is something we have to restrict like this only. Now, if you go to this sales table, we have altered this main.sql now. This is saved and git status here. Now I have implemented this sales table and I have altered the information here. You know what I can do is I am doing git add here. Git commit I have to add git commit -m for sales check. Okay. Push origin display direct. I have pushed it now. So automatically it will go to this. And this is my direct credentials here. Automatically this sales checks will get executed. It will consider only that table for the deployment. It will do the deployment. See, sales table only fetched for deployment. We have to restrict in that using main underscore deploy.
So Gopi, one doubt actually, if there are multiple demands or CR is been deploying in a week.
Yes, okay.
So in that case, how we will handle it? Because everyone, I mean, based upon demand or CR, we will create a deploy.main
Exactly.
file
I can understand
separately,
that.
or
That
it
is a
will
very
remain.
valid scenario, very valid scenario, whatever things you are saying. See here, what I am doing is I am creating this employee dev underscore main. This is the, let's say this is the landing point for dev database. See, I can create another branch here, another git checkout,
Okay.
git checkout, uh, git checkout, branch one. See, it will have this branch. So here you can do all sort of development activities and you have to push everything into here. Later, here now you are seeing we didn't merge anything here, right? So we are directly pushing and we are do the that deployment will automatically get started. Now, if you are creating a different changes here, let's say I am doing the change in my branch one. It is having the latest code, and my friend is doing that BR2, and you are doing BR3. Means later, once this is implemented, I will merge the code into this employee domain. So whoever is doing the change, it will they have to merge it. They have to merge it. Then only this so whatever things you asked based on the merge, it will collect the code into this directory and it will do the deployment. Not collect. Whenever you are merging the code, it will automatically start the deployment. Whatever changes you made, you can see the things into the development or whatever environment you have chosen.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, now
So no need to create a main underscore deploy.sql in a multiple factor, right? It's not required. Just we have to merge the code.
Yes, this is the default directory. This is the default
directory. Okay.
See,
when I say default, it's our original code, right? So from there only we are pushing to the main branch. That's what you are saying.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
one question, right? Like we have a CS department employee, right? Like that. Suppose my department table script is having some issue, right? Some semicolon is missing or some data type we have not something, right?
Okay.
So in that case, my full workflow will fail, right?
Yeah, there are two things because we are we do the checks in the local. That is the reason we have installed SnowSQL locally, and we are do the test in that initial first round. Then only we are pushing the code to the repository. That is the first scenario. And suppose after that some changes are happened, means automatically nothing will go to the production. The deployment won't happen. Let's say we can try it out that also here. Yeah, that's what. So suppose if there is any changes, automatically the changes will get rolled back. And that also we can define it. So suppose if you want to push, suppose if there is any issue happen, I have to avoid that issue. Then all the rest of the code needs to that production. We can do that. That is some checks we have to do it with this GitHub Actions. Okay, so
And when you go to that YAML file, right? Suppose I have a stored procedure and the table, right? And my dependency is there, right? First table deploy, then stored procedure should run. So how to put that dependency?
Yes, suppose if there is any issue, frankly speaking, I haven't tested the scenario in this case, but in our by the logical scenario, suppose if there is any table, that procedure won't get deployed, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
let me try that, right? Okay, no problem. Thank you.
no problem. Okay, fine.